Watch the magic unfold in these heartwarming moments as grandparents meet their grandchildren for the first time. Grandpa got so emotional when his first grandchild laid eyes on him for the very first time. Grandpa Hank's first interaction with his first ever grandchild was such a sweet moment. It was the best feeling ever when Shelby's dad held his grandson in his arms, and it was so adorable. It was love at first sight when Jasmine's dad held his granddaughter for the first time. This little one got so happy and excited to see his grandpa for the first time and couldn't wait to play with him. It was the first time when Kayla's dad met his grandbaby, and it was a beautiful moment. This grandpa met his grandson for the first time and his face was glowing with joy. This was the day Pop met his grandson for the first time and looked at how quickly they became good friends.
Huh? You know I love you, man. You know I love you. Huh? Yeah, with your pretty self.
It was such a sweet moment for this dad, as he was holding his grandbaby in his arms for the first time. It was such a cute moment when Axel met his grandpa for the first time. Pops had waited for this moment for a long time, as her daughter drove from Texas to Virginia carrying his grandbaby, and it was such a lovely moment. It was such a heartwarming moment when Sydney's dad met his grandson for the first time. Adria's parents came all the way from Mexico and had the sweetest reaction to meeting their first grandchild for the very first time. This grandpa held his grandson in his arms, and the little one was so excited to play with him. This was the moment when Jane's parents met their grandson for the first time, and it was such a sweet moment. This was the moment when this dad met his grandson for the first time, and it was a heartwarming moment. Papa was so excited to hold his grandbaby in his arms for the first time, and it was a wholesome moment. This was the moment when Kiara's parents got to meet their grandchild after the lockdown was over, and it was a lovely moment. Luke was so happy to play with his grandpa for the first time, and it was such a wholesome moment. Maya's dad met his grandbaby for the first time, and he gently rubbed his cheeks, which was the best moment of the day. This little one didn't let go of his grandpa's finger as he was sleeping peacefully in his arms for the first time. Grandpa Adolfo couldn't take his eyes off his grandson, who was resting comfortably in his arms, and it was such a heartfelt moment.
He's so tiny.
Kay's mom couldn't contain her excitement when she met her grandson for the first time, and it was the sweetest.
Your jeans is more stronger than hers.
Bless you.
No, see, that's what I didn't want.
This was the moment when Anna's mom got excited when she laid eyes on her first grandbaby, and it was so cute. This cute one met his grandparents for the first time, and it was so adorable. Grandma's reaction was so priceless when she saw Caden for the first time. This little one cuddled with his grandpa, who met him for the first time, and it was the best moment. This granny met her first great-grandchild, and she was so happy to meet him and play with him. This was the day Shara decided to surprise her granny with her great-grandbaby for the very first time, and it was such a heartwarming moment. This dad could not contain his excitement when he got to hold his grandson for the first time in his arms. It was such a special moment when Michelle's parents got to hold their first grandchild for the first time, and it was so adorable. Miranda's dad was shocked and happy at the same time when he saw his grandchild for the first time, and it was an amazing moment. This was the moment Angelica's mom waited to hold her grandson in her arms, and it was lovely. This cute little one was very much excited to play with her granny, and it was the cutest. This was the first time Ula's babies met their grandma, and their hearts were full of love and excitement. This mother came running to meet her first grandchild, and she couldn't contain her excitement, and it was a special moment.
Oh my God, you got a baby!
I do.
You got a baby! Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at him! Oh, come on, we gotta take it out. I gotta get it.
This was the moment this lady met her grandchild for the first time, and she was so happy, which was very clear from her reactions. It was a priceless moment when this mom met her grandchild for the first time. It was such a heartwarming moment when these parents held their little one for the very first time. This granny waited for 3 months, and this was the moment she finally got to hold her grandchild for the first time, and it was the best moment of the day. This cute one loved the way her granny was holding her in her arms, and it was so adorable. Kathy's mother was so excited to meet her first and only grandchild, and she waited for so long for this day, and it was the best. This little one was happy while playing with her granny, as he didn't lay his eyes off her for a moment, and it was the cutest. It was the sweetest when Vivian got to meet her great-grandma, and it was so sweet how gently her grandma was holding her. It was such a lovely moment when Tatum watched her mom sit with her son as he met his baby sister for the first time.
We was afraid of that.
Hello, Grant.
It was a beautiful moment when Sam's mom met her first grandchild for the very first time. This cute one was definitely enjoying drinking milk while laying on her grandma's lap, and it was the cutest. This baby saw his grandma for the first time, and he was so excited to go in her arms, and it was so adorable. This was the day these parents got to see their first grandchild, and it was so special for them to hold her in their arms. Hannah got to meet her grandbaby for the first time, and look how excited she was. Nicole's mother met her grandson for the first time, and it was so cute when they started talking to each other.
You got good mommy and dada? Mommy, tell me. Yeah, they give you bottles all the time. Yes, they do. They give you so many bottles. You ready? Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you excited?
This 89-year-old granny couldn't contain her happiness and excitement when she met her grandchild for the first time, and it was an amazing moment. This cute baby wondered what her granny was saying when they both met each other for the very first time, and it was the best.
Baby. Hi.
Yeah, he's watching over you, honey. God, he's so pretty.
That's what I said. First 2 seconds of holding.
You look like a baby. Oh, gotta put you back on the curtain. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that.
Pepperoni and
This was the moment Kylie got to play with her grandma for the first time, and it was very special. This was the day this mother met her grandson for the very first time, and it was a lovely moment as she was very happy. This grandma was very happy to meet her 13th grandchild, and it was a special moment for her. This was the moment Kylie got to play with her grandma for the first time, and it was very special. This cute toddle met her great-grandma for the first time, and it was so lovely when he got carried in her arms. These little ones were meeting their granny for the first time, and it was a wholesome moment. Baby Liam met her grandma for the first time, and she was enjoying sleeping in her arms, and it was the best. This grandma met Charlotte for the first time, and her heart was so full when she was holding her grandchild in her arms. This was the first time Arian met her grandmother, and she didn't want to leave her grandbaby as they were discussing something very important.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like that. But we're gonna fix it, okay? Oh, yeah.
Give grandma kisses. Aww.
Yeah, get a good kiss. Oh, yeah. See, I told you no great grandma.
This 94-year-old great-grandma became a child when she met her great-grandbaby and started to play with him. And this was the best moment of the day. Angelica's dad couldn't contain his excitement when he held his first grandchild in her arms, and it was an amazing moment. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one as well.